Good afternoon. Thought I would do a quick Friday thing, maybe 5 minutes, which really means 10 for me. We're going to talk about the relationship advice you wish you never found. And you wish that you never, that you didn't need the relationship advice that you don't want, right? And where you ended up finding yourself in the stuff you ended up finding yourself involved in, the toxic environments and things you ended up getting into just because you wanted a little bit of help with your relationship life, your dating life, or you wanted to understand women a little bit better, or you wanted to understand men a little bit better if you're a woman sort of coming to the internet for certain things. And what ended up happening was you got led down the wrong path. And that wrong path is in the red pill, it's in the manosphere, it's in many different corners and areas of the internet and men's health, men's what's supposed to be men's help spaces and areas. All right. Now, no, I'm not coming out against anything or like when it comes to it's just the toxic environment that we're in. That's what I'm against. No individuals, I'm not pointing anybody out. That's the exact toxic crap that is going on. Right. So I'll illustrate this with a story. It'd be better to tell a story about this because I have a lot of wisdom in this area because I was heavily in the martial art world and community in a particular corner or area of the martial arts in my 20s and in my teens too, but that's another thing, right? And so the area I was in, I'm going to tell a story revolving around that. So the area I was in is, was training a particular type of martial art, type of systems. And I don't want to dime out that community, so I'm not even going to say exactly which. It's not that important. I've been in a lot of different types of martial arts, both competitive and non-competitive, since I was a child. All right. So this is just one of these communities. And, the intent of that community was to help people with the benefits of what martial arts training would bring you. Okay. The self defense, the self confidence, physical fitness, community, all of those things. People came to that community, clients, people who wanted to train, learn something, and some people who wanted to maybe learn how to potentially save their lives or, whatever, right? They came to this area of the world, this community, this martial arts space, and they wanted to learn. Okay. They wanted to better themselves. And that was the focus of that martial art community for a long time, at least in the beginning. And then what happened was the founder of that community died. All right. So once that happened, it created this vacuum where there was a market where people could benefit off that market. They could fuel their egos, get followers and people to train under them and all that stuff. And to, of course, get money and what we could just call it market share. Okay. So people could get market share from this community in a way that they couldn't before because the main dude who kind of ran this organization passed away. Right. So once that happened, the focus of the community changed and everybody started trying to clout jack each other. Everyone started trying to take each other down, but not physically fighting necessarily, but through back talking, through a lot of divisive internet stuff during internet forums, toxic marketing, all of those things. Right. This is before YouTube was super popular and this area wasn't in YouTube so much. Okay. And so that's what it turned into. It turned into this fight. And I ran a small little class and I had sort of a presence in this community. And I got involved in the infighting just like everybody else because that became the new focus. Okay. Oh no, we're helping teach people these martial arts skills, better than they're helping people teach these martial arts skills. We're the real deal, not those people over there. Well, yeah, well, this person, we found out that he did this bad thing in his life. Well, that person, he's really lied about this. Oh, and that's what it turned into. You see, it turned into clout jacking each other, trying to take each other down. And there were a lot of toxic people in this martial art community too. All these weird little weenie instructors couldn't fight for shit. A lot of them, it was just garbage, right? And a lot of these people were garbage human beings. There are some really good human beings there too, but there's some really jackass people as well, right? And so they participated in a lot of this stuff, right? And I was in my 20s. I didn't know any better, so I'm right in there with them. All right. And then, I get in orbit of another instructor. This guy had a big organization, a lot of clout, and we get into some sort of argument. He didn't like the way I said or presented something on the internet, on a forum. And so he tried to school me up, right? He was older than me too. Probably at the time, gosh, how old is this guy? I think he's like 15 or 20 years older than me, right? And so he was going to school me. And of course, I'm in my 20s. I know how to fight. I'm in this community. I'm not about to get schooled. So we get into this little toxic little fight. Now, he has way more clout than I do. So he uses his community, he uses his stuff, he uses his massive amount of followers to kind of so I gotta address this. I didn't lose my studio, bro. I'm in my second home. Jesus. Sorry. And then we interrupt this program to address this comment. No, I'm just in my second home. And this is how I have it set up here. So I don't have a cool background yet. Sorry. All right, back to the message and the story. So at any rate, I get in this conflict with this dude. All right. He's wrong, quite frankly. But I'm also wrong too in a bunch of ways. Right. And we're fighting each other. And not physically yet, but it's this stuff. And he's kicking my ass because he has all of this notoriety. He has built this business in this martial art world, and he's built this large following, large community, and he's using that community against me. And of course, what he says as the authority figure in that community, as a perceived authority, is going to matter more than what I would have to say. He had more wisdom, more experience, a bigger community than me, and he was beating my ass on the internet when it came to this clout jacking fight. And everyone loved the drama too. Anybody in this little world loved to jump on the martial art forum and hear all about it. You know what I mean? And so here I am getting my ass kicked by this guy, not on the internet, not in real life. And of course, being reckless, mid 20 something me, I don't lose, right? Like my mindset. So I'm like, cool. I'm just going to challenge now this dude to a fight and actually mean it. So now I'm in my 20s in this goofy martial arts community where people aren't even fighting. Like it would be cool just to go on the mat or the ring, but like these people aren't even doing that much. I would have been down with that. That would have been fine. Right? Doesn't prove anything as far as like who's right or wrong in an argument. Just, you just hash it out, punch each other in the face or try to, submit or outroll each other, whatever the rules are, and call it a day, right? That they're not even doing that. So I challenge this dude using his, because his whole thing is like, hey, I'm a bigger internet presence, so I can, probably beat this guy up because look how cool I am. So I'm like, hey, since you could probably kick my ass and you're so awesome, and you seem to have a lot of invested attention into little old me, why don't we see how true that is? And I'll meet you and we can fight it out. We can do it, but within legal rules. We can set up, an MMA fight, however you want to do it. So now I'm going to fight this dude, right? This dude ends up backing out. All right. Of course. I get banned from some communities for threatening someone. To me, a challenge isn't a threat, but that's cool. That's what happened to me. He lost more than I did, though. I looked, like just a typical 20-something-year-old jackass. He looked like a, whatever age he was, 40-something-year-old jackass. Like, we both look stupid. He ends up, losing like a book deal, losing market share. People just think this guy's, because now he ends up not fighting me when I'm challenging him. So he backs out and ends up, it's this whole mess, right? It's this whole mess. And so was it like the movie The Last Dragon? It might as well been completely fiction because it was bullshit. It wasn't even real, right? It was over the internet. And finally, I look at all this shit after this thing blows up, and I finally think to myself, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? Like, the whole purpose of this thing that we're all building, the reason why I was showing up to my class to train people, while the reason I worked with my friend's training company where we taught, use of force, self-defense, and, all that kind of stuff. The reason why I contributed as an instructor was so that people could benefit from that kind of training, learn some skills, learn some life-saving skills, and then of course all the auxiliary benefits that come from martial art training that are really good, right? That was my reason for training people. I just trained myself for my own safety, really, when I was younger, and being around bad people. But that turned into just training because I like it. That's all I do it for now. You know what I'm saying? Is I just train because I like it. I'm not trying to win any championships. I just enjoy training. And I, that was all it was for me at that point. I was teaching and training other people because of the benefits that people could get out of it. People could have life-changing benefits from that. And it turned from that into tribalism, clout jacking, personal attacks, bunch of bullshit, all for market share. And at the time, I thought maybe I would do this more for a living. Maybe I'd open a school. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go that route. And I got roped right in. Now, I was an experienced stupid in my 20s. Now I'm seeing the same thing, right? We see the same thing going on in the Manosphere and the red pill spaces. And it's gotten more and more toxic. And if you're a guy who came to the internet for relationship advice, you're coming to these spaces and then you're getting this takedown video. You're getting these toxic messages, which are just designed to grab attention, which I do, if you understand, I do messages and things to grab attention in my titles, in my thumbnails. Some of those are comical. If you were to take it too far, take it the wrong way, they could be seen as toxic. I'm learning how to play this game with the algorithms to get my message and branding and stuff out there so I can help people out, right? And I'm learning how to do that. And I'm not as effective at it as a lot of people. That's probably where I'm least effective at, is my marketing. All right. And the reason is because what's done now to market things is to clout jack each other, to do takedown videos, take this person down, take that person down. And just as I predicted on our Rule Zero end of the year show, the new thing for 2023 would be to demonize the red pill, demonize the manosphere, which that's already been done in mainstream, but now it's going to be done by people from within and people surrounding. And it's going to be, well, I'm not like those people because of this. I'm not. And then, but which is fine to differentiate yourself, but they're going to differentiate themselves by attacking other people. I'm not I walked away from the manosphere, but this guy in the manosphere is a jackass, and then talk about how much of a jackass he is. Well, you didn't walk away from anything. You're still in the drama if you're going to still participate and talk smack about other people on the internet. Right. And that's a number of people that have been doing that. And there's infighting amongst people I actually respect and like in a lot of cases. Right. It's just turned into a garbage space because there's so much garbage in it in order to seek out some help and some actionable and good advice. If you want good advice, it's like you got to weed through the drama and the bullshit. And it's so funny because, like, men, like us men, talk about how drama women are. And it's like, yeah, we're not any better. I'm not seeing how we're any better, right? This is the same in the number of views and likes, the number the amount of attention and amount of time most people, the majority of people come into these spaces will spend is on the drama. They're not spending it on helping themselves. And it's the same reason why WWE wrestling is popular. It's drama. It's male drama, right? It's man drama. And what Red Pill as a space, and I'm not talking about like Rollo Tomasi's books, which are very helpful to a lot of men, or Ryan Stone's podcasts and books, which is helpful to a lot of dudes. And I could go through guys on the, and I picked those two because they're the most red pill in terms of having a history with the red pill as the Rule Zero guys. But I could go through everyone in the Rule Zero community. They all have things that they're doing that's helpful. People who are friends of mine that I work with are doing things that are helpful. But there's the focus now isn't on that stuff for a lot of people, and a lot of the creators were completely getting derailed and participating in this drama. No different than I did back in my 20s, where I lost sight of why I'm doing this whole martial art thing and got into some stupid internet battle with some dude who's being a jackass and I'm being a jackass. And there's nothing wrong with that. That guy's okay. I have nothing against that guy if he happens to come across this. No, there's no hard feelings for me. Hopefully there's no hard feelings other way. But it's just getting into this bullshit and it's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. And then stupid things are said that are parroted or marketed as advice, and it's just bad. Things are misinterpreted and it's bad. And it's not, if people actually try to follow any of this shit, they're not going to do well, right? It's going to be a failure. And so, and I'm seeing it all around me and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about it. My Twitter is kind of comical. I kind of use humor there, but now that's getting toxic on my part a little bit. You know what I mean? And so like, what do I do? I don't know. How do I put myself in a place where, because I'm at mercy to algorithms. You guys will not hear about me if the algorithms on the platform I'm on aren't going to promote my shit. Period. End of story. And I could be saying the best things on earth, but if it doesn't agree with how the algorithms are, it won't get promoted. It's not completely popularity. All right. Because there's a lot of people that don't get my messages that would want to hear it and enjoy it. When people find my channel, they comment and tell me how happy they are they found it. So it's not that people don't want my information or don't need it. Algorithms are not friendly to me. If I am not a part of this mud slinging contest on the internet that everybody's doing and this toxic bullshit, if I'm not really a part of that and just giving messages, algorithms don't care about me because I'm helping men out, and that's already seen as problematic. I mean, mainstream media has tabbed red pill as cults, as as more than just toxic, they lump the incel, PUAs, red pill, Manosphere, anything men's help that isn't gender neutral, they lump it into like this incel school shooter space. So mainstream doesn't like me. So if I'm giving normal advice, mainstream isn't going to push my information out, isn't going to get it out to more people to get help. So the only way to do it is to get super popular by not only way, but a way to do it is to turn it into a Jerry Springer contest. Let me do my next takedown video. Well, now the problem with that is you got all of these dudes coming to the space, and what? They're coming to the space. What do we call it? A space. But they're coming here because they need fucking help. Like, they're like, dude, like, my wife is going to leave me. What do? I just got broken up with. I just got divorced and lost half my crap. And I want to jump off a bridge somewhere. Literally, where can I get help? Right. And then instead they get, so and so said this, and that's blah, blah masculinity. So and so is abusive. So and so is a blah, blue haired idiot, and this idiot get in a fight. That's what they end up getting. This guy wants to jump off a fucking bridge because his wife left him, and he gets blue haired idiot and then a couple other idiots talking about this idiot over here, and then they're doing you having to rebut that, and holy shit, like, what in the fuck are we doing here? If I were that guy, I would have been like, I can't, I'm off this bridge. I'm out. Peace out. Jumping off the bridge, because if I hear these people talk any more than what they've already talked about, I'm done. Like, I'm done, right? Like, this is, what the hell kind of shit am I watching? And so people who, hopefully that guy's not jumping. I'm sure there probably has been one or two. But hopefully people aren't jumping off bridges. But what they're not doing, though, is they're not seeing that any of this information is helpful. They're going back. They're back looking for answers and probably finding the wrong answers someplace else. Right. And there's a lot of wrong answers in this space, too, because it's more about now clout jacking and trying to, beat up another person on the internet. Don't challenge them to a real fight, though, because then that'll, make it real. It's all about internet jacking each other, right? And trying to fabricate facts, lies, tribalism. So-and-so is like, did this in their past. Do you think that is someone that you should be talking to? Like, whatever, right? It's all of that bullshit. And I'm sick of it. I'm so done. And I've seen it before 20 years ago. And I've seen where it ends up. And in this situation here, though, the consequences are much greater. And you know what? I'm not calling out conspiracy here, but like, do you think, we'll use an Andrew Tateism on this one, the Matrix? Okay. I don't think there's some cabal of people that are meeting to thwart society, but I think there is market share, and there are, larger companies that want you to buy more stuff from them, and they placate to advertising, they placate to stuff. Do you think that they want stable families, stable relationships, happy people? Not in a consumer-based marketplace that we're in now, right? We're no longer in a labor-based marketplace. We're in a consumer-based. People are ordering things on the internet and finding ways to make money, right? And so when that's the case, do you think they want stability? Stable people don't buy as much stuff. Stable people aren't trying to work multiple little jobs and staying poor and unhappy while they order, crap off the internet. You know what I mean? And so, like, no, there is not an effort. The society, governments, nobody wants you to be fucking happy. Nobody wants you to be in happy relationships. They want you to buy more of their crap. And so that's why it's not, it's not going to be promoted things that I say that are actually going to make you happy. The things that are actually going to help you find happiness, help you find a good relationship, help you do well in dating. And that's mostly men that I'm consulting and advising, but that's also women too, right? Because the better there are of men out there, because they watch content like mine and they take my courses and they do the work, the better options there are for women, right? And so it's benefiting everybody, right? But that's not what the greater marketplace wants. They see what I'm doing as a threat. And so now, in order for market share, I guess I'm supposed to dunk on everybody and go on podcasts and throw white claws and have those, what we could call, iconically those Jerry Springer moments, to create those shorts and to create more and more distraction and more BS. So you guys are more and more confused and less happy. That's what's supposed to happen, right? And that's why this is the space, the manosphere, the red pill space, whatever the hell you want to call it, okay, is the relationship, has become the space to get relationship advice that you wished you never found. Because with it, it comes all of this toxic bullshit. I have an entire course and a 60-day boot camp program that's designed to help you with your mindset, your mental fitness. And part of that is to remove toxic influences. And I'm finding the very space that I have to be in, the internet men's help area, where I'm supposed to be helping people out, that very space is filled with nothing but toxic influences from all sides, from people that I like and from people that I don't like. Everybody's doing it. That's like the new cool thing. It's always been this way, but it's only gotten just so much worse. And now I'm just here to tell you and expose the elephant of the room for the very few people that will see this video. All right. And I didn't do any announcements, nothing like that. And so here it is. And I'll put it in the back end. I'll put it out later, but there's no special effects going on. There's no cool, whatever music, intro, outro on this one. So I'm sure it's not entertaining enough for most of the stupid people. All right. And I don't care anymore. I really don't care. So what I'm saying is this channel, my Apex Inner Game channel, that's all dedicated to helping, and it always has been and will continue to be dedicated to helping you do better in your life, actually giving you the tools that you need to do better. And if you go, this is where you come for help, right here. All right. And there are other places and people I work with that can offer some help too. That's fewer and far between. It really is. All right. And I offer a lot of free stuff like videos. I have a Rolodex of videos that are designed to help you. I'm going to lean more into YouTube. I know I just haven't even wanted to do a lot of videos because of how toxic everybody's gotten, but I've decided that I don't care and I'm not going to play anymore. And so all my friends that I work with too, you're still friends, but if we're going to I've always said this, but even more so now, I don't care about your beef with so-and-so. I really don't give a shit. All right. This is not street rules because y'all aren't fighting for real anyway. You're just on the internet, clout jacking each other. I don't care. All right. And so to a degree, if somebody is really unethical in the way that they're attacking, I'm just going to remove and distance myself from that person. All right. If they're defending themselves and they're part of it, well, they're doing whatever they have to do, and it's fine. As long as my criteria, if I work with somebody, it's that they offer value, they're doing good work, and they're generally speaking a good person. Does that mean that they're perfect? No, not a single one of these people doing attack pieces on other people and are perfect. They all have skeletons in the closet, every single one of them. And you two sitting here watching this, you have done something. You've been a part of something that you're ashamed of. You've done something you're ashamed of. There's nobody that's perfect. Every single one of you listening is ashamed of something. There's some bullshit and some skeleton in your closet. But you know what? When people become internet personalities, all that stuff gets dug through by other clout chasing weirdos who want to get more market share, more likes, more views by exposing somebody else. It's all bullshit. And half the time, that stuff is lies anyway. I'm not interested in the beef. I'm not interested in any of that crap because it does nothing to help you. Here's some free advice on how to level yourself up really and start doing better and being happier is to remove all that bullshit out of your life. All the toxic arguing, all the toxic fighting, all the takedown videos, all of the blood sport, right? Just to take yourself out, from watching any of that kind of crap and even participating. It's just not worth it. And go to places where they're entertaining without being divisive to other people. If you want entertainment, it's useful and educational if you want to help yourself. So I got my channel. Go to Apex Inner Game, links in the description. Subscribe there because I'm going to do a frame masterclass there. Already filmed. It's just got to release the videos next week. So you want a frame masterclass, it's right there for free. I have a list I have a whole whole thing on cheating and cheat proofing your relationship and all that stuff, all for free. Just get on the list. Click the link in the description. I don't spam you. Okay. It's an email list. And it's all kinds of actionable advice on how to help yourself and how to keep your mind going towards success instead of acting like a bunch of failures who are basically vegging out and watching what is the internet version of now Jerry Springer or whatever drama show we want to get into, right? And so that's the stuff. That's all for free. Now, you really want to work on some things, I got paid programs too. In fact, right now I'm taking more people for a year-long seduction course, right? Seduction masterclass, and also frame, persuasion, body language, communication, being a better communicator and having better relationships, better dating, right? Scenarios, having better girls, better sex, all that stuff for a year, right? That's in there. Click that link if you want it, right? When I offer things, that's the stuff that's going to help you. It's not a grift. It's genuinely helping people. It's called a service. A grift would be if I did some takedown video and then told you to buy my shit. Okay. Like whatever. That's a little bit of a grift. Okay. And I get it. I got friends that participate in this stuff as well. People I like, people who do have some good things to offer. But I'm just telling you, I'm pointing out the elephant in the room that all of this is a bunch of garbage. And I'm done with that garbage. I've always been done with it, but I'm now just saying it again. I don't know, because it's just so fucking stupid. And so like, come here, get help, go other places. Okay. That actually offer help, and don't worry about this other stuff. I'm not answering your stupid questions, some of you autists, about whatever drama is going on. I don't care. I'm not answering questions either about my personal relationships and my personal life. The weird questions I get. You need to focus on your life. If you ask that question, you're just going to be a no answer, because that tells me that you're not even who I want to deal with. I deal with people who want to better themselves. That's friends, that's family, that's everybody, not just clients. So that's it. So if you guys want to better yourself, you want to do better, you want to be around people that are going to like elevate you. All right. Let's start focusing on that stuff and that work. That's my focus. So I'm going to be on YouTube more. I'm going to jump in here and do these little videos. This one's a little longer. I said it was going to be 5 minutes. I'm afraid to look and see how long it's gotten. So anyway, that's that. All right. So yeah, next week I'm going to have some more stuff. I'm going to see if I can jump on in the morning and do some 5-minute little things. Go on my other channel. We're going to have the frame masterclass that going on and some other videos on the other channel to help with your mindset. And so that's it. You have a choice to make. You have a choice. Do you want to participate in the bullshit and not get any, help in your life, not get any good results, just distract yourself from your problems? Or do you want to actually solve problems? That's what you got to ask yourself. All right. And anybody who's bringing drama on somebody else has an agenda, period. I don't care. It is what it is. Sometimes that agenda is somewhat benevolent. Like maybe they're having to defend themselves from an attack. I get those things. I'm not saying it's all bad, but there's always an agenda involved. All right. So don't participate in it. That's what I'm asking you guys. You know, if you want to actually do better, that's the elephant in the room. And if you are searching around, you're that guy who's about to jump off a bridge right now. And if you watch one more takedown video versus getting the advice that you need, we're here for you. I'm here for you. People I work for you are here for you. All right. Come to this space, my channel, my stuff. And I know there's other people I work with. You can do the math because you'll see who I work with. Follow me all on my social media. All right. The people I work with and the things that I do, I have things and they have things that can genuinely help you. Come down off the bridge. Come down off the bridge. Book a free consult. Okay. And we can talk about it. Right. And let's get you on a better path. All right. Because the drama isn't helping anybody. All right. Peace out. Have a good weekend.